So Iran is definitely winning the war, and JD Vance is definitely a no-go for 2028. The completely peaceful Islamic Iranian regime is peacefully sending missiles to peacefully blow up other Islamic states. Boy, this is exciting times, right? Welcome to the ripple effect. So to get into it, we want to talk about first the Feminists of America. Did you know the Feminists of America are really rooting for the people? Sorry, I misread that. No. The Feminists of America are rooting for, the regime of Iran. I'm so sorry. I thought it said the people of Iran. No, it actually says the regime. So the Feminists of America decided that it was a great idea to say that they were standing with Iran, but they made it very clear they were talking about the regime that is being taken down right now, because in case you haven't noticed, the missiles aren't targeting people, as in like the normal people of Iran. It's actually targeting the people that are in charge, the wicked, horrible terrorist leaders of Iran. Yeah, those people. So they decided that they wanted to support the supreme leader, who, let me give you some ideas of who that guy was. There are plenty of quotes running around right now about how he thinks and views women. Just how they're less than animals and even sometimes worse than cattle or camels. So, I'm sure all women would love that, right? And it tells you a lot about where the Feminists of America are when the women of Iran themselves are very happy that the Ayatollah is dead, but the Feminists of America are upset that we took him out. It tells you a lot. And why? Why is this cancer of this feminist thing, all these lefty organizations, their problem is that they hate Trump. They hate conservatism, right? They hate anything that's good. And so because of that, they end up aligning with all kinds of weird people because they have to defend those people against the people that they hate. Like it is this bizarro world where you have like gays for Iran. I think Milo Yiannopoulos, who is a flamboyantly gay, weird nutcase, is out there saying something about Allah, pray for Khomeini. It is insane. But why? Because again, when you take away the rudder, and the rudder is when you have the Bible and you have truths that you believe in, you have a rudder to base your life on. When you take that away, it's all about coalitions, because you have whatever your heart's desire is, and you got to make sure that whatever your heart's desire is wrapped up in is not impaired in any way. And so because of that, you side with people who are against your enemy. And it's just simply that. Literally, they would never want to go live in Iran, but because Iran is a good enemy of America and, American conservative politics, then hence they stand with Iran's regime. It says a lot about them. Now, Iran is sending missiles everywhere, but it's less effective than what they would like. Apparently, they've thrown like 60% of their missiles into the United Arab Emirates, which I thought was kind of interesting and wild. A lot of them are being taken down, not even by our bases or by our systems. A lot of them are being taken down by the countries that our bases are in, which I thought was very, very, very interesting. And then one of the problems that the Iranians are having is that their missile systems, their launcher systems, require a heating up period. And during that heating up period, the problem is we can see them. And so because we can see them, when they start heating up, we've been hitting a good portion of them. Apparently, they've estimated that we've already hit about a quarter of all the missile launching capabilities that Iran has, meaning their launchers, okay? And which is really, really good for us. If we can keep going on this track, we could knock out all of their effective ways of hitting us. And this is really, really important. This is all about regime change, allowing the people of Iran to take over. And how do we do that? By allowing them to have the freedom to not get murdered when they attempt to do it, like last time when they protested a month ago and 35,000 people of them died, or more, plus. Now, sadly, 3 of our jets were shot down. I guess they were the F-15E, like an older model, obviously because we're like an F-4000 at this point. But they were shot down over Kuwait. The sad thing is that it was actually the Kuwait defenses that shot them down. But because another Republican president decided to give Kuwaitis their freedom, the Kuwaitis were very, very happy to help the pilots. And there's actually quite a bunch of cool videos out there running around of just how the Kuwaitis are treating our pilots that had landed. We're like, thank you for defending us and helping us. And it was very, very interesting. It was very, very cute. And none of the pilots were seriously injured as far as we can tell. Now, again, they said that at the same time they had to eject, and ejecting is never good on your body. I think there's only so many times you can do it. So it's very stressful to their bodies, and some take it better than others. But again, they're doing well. Now, this is the big one. JD Vance has to be a no-go for 2028. And from what's been running around, apparently JD is the reason that it took so long for us to actually go after Iran, because he's so anti or so isolationist that he was like fighting to get us to not go in. Now, again, this has not been confirmed, but it's been very, 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 very heavily rumored around that this is what took it so long for us to actually engage with them. And this smacks. This is a messed up, version of the right that is almost circling around so bad that they've almost become lefties. It's very, very, very weird. And they're caught up in a lot of like this America first and very extreme isolationist garbage. And I'm not talking about just, okay, yes, I believe America first, but the type that they're talking about is the very much Nick Fuentes and Tucker Carlson version of this, where it's a hatred of Israel. It's nothing to do with almost America being first. It's literally a pinpoint hatred of Israel, and forgetting completely that Israel is the closest ally we have in the world, let alone in the Middle East, one of the most violent areas where, by the way, all of the terrorist attacks of recent time have come from, including the terrorist attack that just happened in Austin, where it's pretty much 100% certain that he was a cell who was activated. And this is going to happen. So stay careful out there while you're out there. We have to fight this kind of issue when there are people like JD Vance. And I hate to say this because he is the front runner for primaries for president of 2028. We have to make sure that he is not our candidate. Now, if you want to ask for who is a good candidate, Marco Rubio. And if you want to compare those two together, it's not even close. And I'm saying that and my oppositions to Catholics, and Marco Rubio and JD are both Catholics. But here's the difference. Marco Rubio has an intelligence on his head. In his head. He has brain cells rubbing together. And I'm trying not to be too insulting to JD Vance, and I apologize if I am. But you can see their interaction with the world and politics, and Marco Rubio is succinct with what he's going after and what he's talking about, how he frames the issue. JD Vance is almost like a hammer, and it doesn't really help having more than one hammer in the White House. It just does not go very well. And especially after Trump, you have someone who's like Trump, who, even though he's like a hammer, his policies are so good. From what we can tell from JD Vance already, that would not be the case. And it's something we got to be very, very careful about. And one of the last things I wanted to say about the whole Iranian situation here, everyone's freaking out and saying, how dare we go in there? And what are we thinking going in to attack Iran? I mean, who are we to do this anyways? And I said, stop. Because here's what we have to think. There was a young lady by the name of Irina Zarutska. Everyone knows her, but she was the person who was on the subway, someone was stabbed her. And no one I think they said 20 on that subway car, no one tried to stop that man or tried to help her in the slightest. Now ask yourself, how dare you, or no, not ask yourself, I'm going to tell you, how dare you feel bad for her and angry at those people that didn't do anything when you think that we shouldn't go in to do something about Iran when there's a golden opportunity given to us, where with very, very minimal casualties, hopefully, we can take out an incredibly malicious regime. To the enjoy and extreme exhalation, hope I said that right, otherwise I'll be pulling a Candace, of the Iranian people. These people want nothing more than to have their freedom. And we have the ability to take out someone who's been killing us and killing us and killing us and sneaking in sleeper cells all across America. We would, if we sat there and had the ability to prevent the death of someone like Irina, and we decided to not stop it because I just don't want to get involved, then we're fools. God has given us the power that we have, and we should use it for good purposes. Sometimes we forget that, even in conservatism, because we try to conserve so much. We sometimes forget that we are given power, and that when we are in power, we should use it for the good and for good means. This is like a lot of what we're noticing right now, and I'm going to warn you guys. If we don't push and push and push, and not even just don't lose ground in the midterms, but make ground in the midterms, then we'll lose all the gains that we've accomplished, we've achieved. And the left is never stopping. They're never stopping from pushing. And we can't either. And how we do that is by pushing out good information and helping our side out. And one of those ways that you can do that is by liking, commenting, and subscribing to this channel. It really, really helps us get out there and helps the information be disseminated in such a way that hopefully helps people learn to have the tools in their tool bags, weapons in their arsenal to defend themselves against the crazies of the left. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe.